Have you heard the expression, if you don't use it, you lose it? Well, as a practicing family doctor, I'll tell you a lot of people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s will start to really see their waist expand as they get less and less active. So today, we're going to learn how to overcome and to conquer those couch potatoes, our opponent. Let's go to our scouting report and learn as much as we can about them. The couch potatoes are the most common opponent we'll face. Their head coach, OK to Rest, will try to lull you into a false sense of security. His major tactics are to assure you you don't have to worry about it. You're really doing more activity than you think. He attempts to use these to make you overconfident until it's way too late. His assistant coach, Weekend Warrior, will tell you to try to push it too hard and you'll end up with injuries on the weekends when you try to get in the game too vivaciously. But don't be fooled. Once you understand what they're trying to do, it's important that you overcome their challenges. Today's coach to overcome this opponent is Sheila Manning. She's young and vivacious and has a lot to teach us. Sheila Manning received her bachelor's degree in kinesiology from the Texas Women's University in Denton, Texas. Prior to joining Tiana Health, she worked at RHD Hospital in Dallas, where she worked in prescribing exercise for cardiac and pulmonary rehabilitation patients. She also has experience in exercise tolerance testing, circuit training, and in teaching many different types of exercise classes. So let's get in the game against these couch potatoes and have Sheila show us how we can win.
Do you find yourself on the couch channel surfing, thinking, I know I should be exercising, but I really don't want to miss this TV show, or I'd rather play this video game? Lacking motivation, aren't you? Your clothes been fitting a little bit tighter, and maybe walking to the mailbox and back has gotten a little bit harder. For some reason now you feel a little fatigued and short of breath. I have this friend of mine. She complained about gaining weight so much over the last year that she's had to go buy new clothes. And I asked her, are you exercising? And she said, no. By the time I get home from work, I'm so tired and stressed out. All I want to do is sit on the couch and eat because I'm so depressed about everything. Sounds all too familiar, doesn't it? We've all made choices in our life that have got us where we are, stuck on the couch, taking medication to control our diabetes, our blood pressure, our high cholesterol, all those aches and pains, and probably even medication to control your anxiety and depression. Stop making those excuses and make a choice to quit being a couch potato. Now remember, we're all athletes. Find an inner athlete and defeat those weekend warriors. Now we all know that exercise will help us lose weight. Throw that out the window. Think of exercise or fitness as play, not as work. If you focus on your health, you will be more successful, and along the way, you will start to notice those positive changes in your body composition, changes in your blood pressure, your cholesterol, diabetes. 30 minutes of exercise can help you feel energized and even help you deal with stress. Now we all know the heart is a muscle. We want to make that muscle stronger with play. When I was in working cardiac rehab, we had many patients that would come to us who had had a recent heart attack or bypass surgery, and they were scared. They were scared that if they put any work on their heart, that they were going to have another event. I had to teach them that exercise was important to make the heart stronger and to prevent them from having a second event. How's that sex life been lately? Studies show that 30 minutes of play every day can improve your sex life by boosting your self-esteem, confidence, and body image. This makes you more receptive. Now, are you ready to make a decision to begin play? I hope so. Where are you going to begin? Well, let's take a look at the activity pyramid. As you notice, at the bottom of the activity pyramid, it says increase everyday steps. A recent study shows that 10,000 steps a day can reduce your risk of developing a heart disease, diabetes, a high blood pressure, or even certain cancers. Now, 10,000 might sound like a lot to you, especially since the average person only takes 3,000 steps. So start slow. Try to do 4,000, 6, 8, and then finally you'll get to 10,000. 2,000 steps, adding 2,000 steps a day only takes 15 minutes, and you can burn an extra 100 calories. What's a great way to do this? Wear a pedometer. Many of us here at Tiana Health We'll have a contest to see who's got the most steps by the end of the day. There are easy ways you can increase your steps. These include park further away, take the stairs. You could even go mall shopping. And how about those latest technology? Instead of emailing or phoning somebody at work, why don't you just get up and walk to their desk? And how about those smokers? How many breaks a day do they get? Why don't you utilize your time and take some breaks yourself and get out there and walk? Get a workout buddy. They offer great motivation, positive feedback, and let me tell you, they make it a little bit harder to make excuses. Choose somebody who's going to hold you accountable and who's also interested in adding play into their daily activities. Now, as you move up the activity pyramid, you will notice that you want to do 3 to 5 days of recreational and aerobic activities. You and your buddy could choose activities that you enjoy. Or maybe you might even want to do a new activity together. I was never an athlete in high school, so it might surprise you that I have my degree in kinesiology. One of the required courses that we took was a racket sports class. I asked my friend to join the class with me, and together we had fun and even learned the techniques of the sport. Now let's regress for a minute and stick with me with the story. You'll see where I'm going. You ever gone outside to your car, turned it on, and just driven it off when it's really cold outside? That's not doing your engine any good. Think of that as your heart. If you go outside and you just start exercising without warming up, you're going to damage your engine in the long run. Now, when you're out there exercising, how do you know if you're even getting any benefits from it? Well, let's use the Karvonen method to determine where you want your training heart rates to be. Now, you'll need to do this over the next 3 mornings by taking your resting heart rate. And I don't mean when the alarm goes off and wakes you up and your heart rate's a little elevated. Wait till it comes back down. Do we all know how to take our heart rate? Use your index and your middle finger and palpitate across your wrist until you feel the beat. Count for 30 seconds and then multiply by 2. For today's example, we'll use that the subject is a 30-year-old male whose heart rate is 60. Now let's take 220 minus 30, because remember that's how old our subject was, and we're going to get 190. This is his estimated heart rate max. Use the estimated heart rate max and subtract his resting heart rate, which was 60. This gives us 130. This number is the heart rate reserve. You're going to use this number, multiply it times 60%, and then add back in the resting heart rate. This gives us a number of 138 beats per minute. That's going to be your lowest range. Now, let's determine the highest range. We're going to use the heart rate reserve number, 130, multiply it times 80%, and add back in that resting heart rate. That gives us 164. So if you're going out to exercise, you know that you want to be between 138 and 164. If you're a beginner, this may be a little bit difficult for you. That's okay. Start at a level that's most comfortable, which may be a little lower than your lowest target heart rate range, and work your way up. A recent study shows that 1 hour of running a week can reduce your risk of developing a heart disease by 42%. Now, for those of you who don't like to run, there's still good news. Brisk walking 30 minutes every day can reduce your risk by 18%. Now, I don't mean you have to go out and do 1 hour of running in one day. You can split it up over the week. You can even split it up over the day. You can do 10-minute sessions of 3 bouts and get in 30 minutes that easy. Now, as you move up the activity pyramid, you will see that you want to do stretch and strengthening 2 to 3 times a week, along with your enjoyment activities. So go bowling or go gardening. And then notice at the very top of that activity pyramid, you want to sit sparingly. Now let's put play into action. Set a specific date when you and your buddy are going to start doing your play activities. Realize you'll have to sacrifice some time, and that means TV and playing those video games. Include your family. Do all-day play events, charity walks or bike rides. Start slowly and remember, work your way up. And a little bit of exercise is much better than watching that TV. Decide that you're ready to be an athlete. Now set specific goals. My goal right now is that I want to be able to run a marathon in the next 3 months. So that's my big goal. I have to make 3 smaller goals to get me there. Now you're ready to slide into home base. My workout buddy and I did a 50-mile bike ride in the middle of the summer. Didn't matter that it took us 3 hours to get done. We were just glad that we had the challenge and accomplishment together. Realize you're helping yourself and be grateful you are an athlete. You cannot place a time value on your health, so get out there and make those pedometers smoke.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and I hope that you can see how you can change your life to get in the game and to overcome the couch potatoes. Let's go back and review the game of health and how we beat the couch potatoes. Now, when do we know we need to get out of the dugout against this opponent? Well, if we're having trouble with our weight, fatigue, high cholesterol and high sugar levels, high blood pressure, or if we find ourselves getting very short of breath with even minor exertion, we know it's time to get in the game. Now, on the trip to first base, Sheila taught us a lot of very important things. For example, how to calculate our heart rate, what the health benefits of activity are, and how this leads to expenditure of our energy in the form of calories. The trip from first base to second base is all about figuring out how we got where we are, how we got on the couch with the potatoes. What we need to do then is figure out how we're going to increase our activity. We need to wear a pedometer. We need to figure out how we're going to increase our steps by doing something that we enjoy. Once we have a plan, we're ready to head to third base, and that is practice, practice, practice. Make sure that you do the things that you need to get your steps up. Look at your steps every day. Write them down. Find other people who want to share that goal and will be willing to wear a pedometer and do that with you. Sometimes when you really don't feel like it, you may even do it because you're doing it with the other people, and that will keep you in the game. Once we get to third base, we have succeeded. We have slowly changed our lives and picked up new habits that have gotten us off the couch and into the game. So it's time to laugh our way home. Share your success with other family members. Give pedometers to them for Christmas or their birthday. Become a mentor, walking the walk, sharing with them how much better you feel, and encourage them to get off the couch and get active. Well, I hope you enjoyed this lesson today. And I promise you, if you'll start drinking more water and you'll make that pedometer hum, you'll have more energy and feel better. You'll not only add years to your life, but you'll add life to your years. And remember, the secret of life is enjoying the passage of time, so don't drive yourself crazy. Just remember to put that pedometer on and drink that water, and over time you'll find you'll want to do more and you'll feel better when you do. So thank you again, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.